You've landed in the confidence zone with Susan Axelrod, the confidence coach. This is a place for topics of information and inspiration, a place to support you to find your confidence, get bold, and get going. Activation is needed today at all levels. Don't wait for someone else to lead. Lead now where you are with what you have. Your energy and enthusiasm matters. Believe it or not, it impacts all of us. Find your confidence, get bold, and get going. Hello, friends. Susan here. Today in the confidence zone, I asked a question. Am I confident enough to do Krav Maga? Are you familiar with Krav Maga? Krav Maga is a self-defense system. And I have now signed up for my first class. A few weeks ago, you may remember that I came here and I said to you, every girl and woman needs to get serious about self-defense. Now, I'm revising that a little bit to be every person, but still today I'm going to focus on girls and women. I said, in order to combat a growing orientation that it's okay to grab girls by their private parts and women, that it's okay to treat women in a disrespectful way. And boys and men are being given permission now to act in this way. I am feeling fierce and increasingly urgent that every girl and woman learn self-defense. Since January 21st, I have been thinking about this and I have been looking into it. I learned that in order to get certified to teach self-defense, you have to already have a background in fitness training or sports management or something like that. So that caught me up for a minute. And I said, I'm not becoming a personal trainer. That doesn't make sense for me. And so I started using my own mind, my brain, also AI and my own critical thinking to figure out what I could do in this area. I can use my influence. I can use my platform. I can come here and speak directly to you. If you are a girl or a woman, or if you love a girl or a woman, or anyone who identifies as a female, then it's important for you to understand this message. I have spoken about this. I have written about this. And I said, I'm going to be thinking more and figuring out what more I can do. I have been talking to a few different people about sponsoring them to have a more public facing online presence so that more people can be helped and taught the basics of self-defense. I started talking to my own personal trainer, who's an Army guy, a retired Army guy, about this. And even he elaborated and edified me on a few things like, Susan, you're not going to fight or strike a big man who might be attacking you or might even be coming at you or preying on you a bit. You're going to disengage and run. And I said, yes, I will. I will disengage and run. And so I am working on keeping my body in good shape and being flexible. And I'm serious as all get out about this. We're seeing now stories on social media of ICE infiltrating people's houses, their cars, their yards, focusing on people at airports, in all kinds of schools, walking into schools, etc. And I can come here and speak to you about confidence. And I am, and I will continue to do that, because carrying yourself with confidence is a first line defense. But I do believe increasingly it's important that we all learn the basics of self-defense. This is how I came to you today to be talking about the idea, am I confident enough to do Krav Maga? So I do personal training, I work out at the gym, and but even still, it feels like, well, what I do is pretty easy. Recently, I saw my daughter, Rebecca, who is a personal trainer, and we worked out together, and she was like, you're doing okay, Mom, which was awesome. I had been thinking for the last 5 weeks about Krav Maga before I started my spring travel schedule. I looked into it, and then I was working with my own mindset muscle, my own mindset transformation. I'm old. I'm in pretty good shape, but can I really do Krav Maga? I had to work with my own mindset muscle on this. I had to ask myself the question. I had to test it out and feel it out and say, is that the right thing for me to be doing, etc. And so for all these last several weeks that I've been traveling, it's been on the back of my mind. And I read a post about another ICE event, attacking and preying on vulnerable people. And I said to myself today, yes, I'm doing this. So I went online to the local studio and I signed up and paid for my first class, introducing me to Krav Maga. I don't have to go all in, but I can take exactly what I would say to you, exactly what I teach or advise, or what I might speak with you about in a coaching partnership. What is one thing that you can do? What is a first step? What is a small step where I don't have to go all the way to, can I become a Krav Maga master? I don't even know what to call that. Do they have belts in Krav Maga? I don't know. I'll let you know. But I don't have to go all the way to the end of that story. I can just get in charge of my mindset. I can transform my mind. I'm too old or frail or, whatever, not able to do this, and say, I can certainly sign up for a class, pay for it, show up there, breathe, get confident, and be open to it. And I asked the guy, is there anyone old in the class? He said, yeah, we have a half dozen or so people who are 55 or older. 55 was me many years ago. And so I said, okay, well, it won't be me and the teenage boys. Okay, that's fine. Thank God for that. I'm here today sharing this idea with you where, yes, I'm the confidence coach, but I can still ask myself, am I confident enough to do Krav Maga? And then why is it important for me to maybe push through my own blocks, barriers, or resistance, push through my own little comfort zone to say, yes, I want to try this? And I believe, honestly, the answer is, it is absolutely imperative that more of us understand the basics of self-defense. The basics of self-defense are, first, situational awareness. Where am I? Who's around me? Am I tuned in, or am I scrolling in mindless, disconnection from where I am? First, situational awareness. Second, if I get caught up and snared in a situation, how do I disengage and run? Okay, I'm there. I got you. It's not like we're here to fight. Most of us will never fight. Most of us can't fight. We don't know how to fight. We don't know what it feels like to punch someone in the nose or, kick them in the groin as we're taught or whatever. We don't know about that. That's violent to us. So that's not the basics of self-defense. That's advanced self-defense. So I'm here to share these ideas with you. I'm not happy about sharing these ideas with you. I don't want to have to share these ideas with you. I want to talk to you about unicorns and sunshine. I want to be positive. I want to have an upbeat outlook. And guess what? These ideas that I'm sharing with you today have helped me to lift myself up, bring my shoulders back, and have a more positive outlook that I'm doing something that I can. This is the way I do it. This is what I do. I come here and I speak with you. I talk about it personally with people. I ask questions. I think, I write, I, connect in soul connection. And this is how I do it. So I want to ask you, do you get me? Do you get where I'm coming from? I'm not asking you if you agree with me. You don't have to agree with me. I'm asking if you get me. Do you get where I'm coming from? Do you understand what I'm saying? That our daughters are going to be increasing prey for people who are emboldened, in fact, shown in every way that they have a right to our bodies. I'm not okay with that. I started months ago talking about self-defense, and now I'm upping my own game by seeing how it's going to go. Now, I may fail. Actually, I already succeeded just by getting this far. I may go to that class. I may feel uncomfortable, too weak, not right, something, all the things, and that may not work out. But you can be assured if I go to that and I come out of that introduction to Krav Maga and don't feel like it's right for me to pursue, I will be using my own critical thinking. Also, I may use AI. And I will be figuring out, okay, well, that's not going to work for me. What else can I do to kind of up the game here in this idea? So underlying self-defense is self and being in good enough shape. So today I'm doing a podcast with my dear friend and colleague Cornelia Stephanie on integral wellness. And in my discussion, I have mind, body, soul, integral wellness. And that is really the place that we start to uplift our own mental and emotional wellness, even before we can rise and be like, I'm going to a Krav Maga class too. So that's what I wanted to speak with you about today. Thank you as always for your attention. I'm interested in what you think about my thesis about self-defense. And you can be sure after I go to my class, I will come back here and report out on how I did in Krav Maga. All right, my friends, wishing you the best. Shabbat Shalom to those who celebrate, and to everyone else, have a wonderful weekend, and I'll see you soon.